We were just talking. What is the number one question as real estate agents that we always get asked?
In unison, ready?
How's the market?
Yeah. Welcome to the latest edition of the Prosperity Builders broadcast. We're really pleased that you joined us this evening. Michael, Karen, and I love to get together and share these broadcasts with you. And tonight we've got a particularly interesting topic that's relevant to today. So tell us what we got, Karen.
We were just talking. What is the number one question as real estate agents that we always get asked?
In unison, ready?
How's the market?
Yeah.
And
sure.
and it is true because I know we're always curious, but other people are too. But it really depends on if you're buying or if you're selling, right? So if you're buying, it's what? It's
interest rate driven, right? It's a market for buyers right now because interest rates are still at great levels, right? Mm-hmm. And so from a seller's perspective, what's it for them?
Right. It's chaotic.
It's chaotic.
Yeah. It's good news, bad news, right? Because the good news is they have a lot of interest in every house that they're selling, and there's lots of offers many times.
Right.
But it's not easy. It sounds exciting, it sounds great, but it's a lot of stress on that seller. Multiple showings, multiple decisions. Right. It's hard.
Right.
Yeah. And also as agents, and that's why I think it's very important as a seller to have an agent that's knowledgeable and that can work through those multiple offers and kind of, put them on a spreadsheet and kind of let you understand why one may be better than the other and kind of help you understand some of that.
Scott and I were talking right before we came on camera. As we all know, Prosperity Builders is all about agents helping agents. That's our motto. And so we make a tremendous effort to reach out to agents across all brokerages to establish relationships, because in these stressful times that we're in, to have a relationship with the agent across the table from you on the other side of the transaction, they are going to trust you, and they're going to know that you're not just trying to win, that you're trying to be win-win for both sides. And that's really crucial in these times, because agents don't need that stress. They need somebody that they feel comfortable working with.
Right. So as sellers, this market really is a seller's market, but it's also a buyer's market.
I love that.
And the reason why, yes, it's a seller's market because you have a lot of multiple offers and everything, but it's also a buyer's market because all the economists are projecting by 2025, we're going to have worst case scenario, 23% appreciation, best case scenario, 63%. So take an average, so it's 40-something percent appreciation over the next 4 years.
Yeah. So for the consumers out there, what we're saying is, you may think right now as a buyer you're buying at the top of the market. You're buying at the top of the market
today. Yeah.
Right. But if you're going to be able to have that kind of appreciation over a 3 to 4 year period, you're really not buying at the top of the market.
Right.
Well, one of the things that I've been talking about with buyers is that, so they're like, well, why don't I just wait? Right? Why don't I wait? Because maybe there'll be a market correction and prices will fall. Well, we're in a whole different situation than we were, say, 2008, 2009, and 2010, when the market fundamentals were different. Mm-hmm. Now there's a lot of equity that's built up in these sellers' transactions. And so from a buyer's perspective, if interest rates are intended to or expected to rise over the next, say, year or so, that won't even be as fast as we're looking at appreciating. So if you wait to buy, you're going to have a higher interest rate, but you're also going to be paying more for the house at that time. It is a buyer's market in today's economy.
And what's really interesting is, yes, everyone's saying the interest rates are going up, but the interest rates are going up to only like 4%. Where I remember talking to someone in 2010, and they had a FHA loan, which they were assumable or are assumable. And I remember telling them, this is going to be so good for you in another 5 years, because this 5% interest, someone would love to have that house at 5% interest.
Right.
That was 5, and we're talking about, oh my goodness, it's going to go up to 4.
Yeah.
So everything's relative, and it's the interest rates are still at record historic record rates,
Lows.
lows. So it's still a good time to buy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so from a seller's perspective, we were talking a little bit about that. A lot of them are asking this question. Let's talk a little bit about fleshing through the answer. But so I'd love to sell, right? I've packed up some great equity in my property, but where am I going to go?
Yeah.
Because there's so much competition in the marketplace for the few houses that are on the market today. So how do you guys address that question with your seller clients?
Well, as you know, Scott, we've got a great affiliation with a firm that is helping to bridge that gap. And so if you are a seller that wants to buy to either trade up to a bigger home, downsize to a smaller home, maybe make an investment, whatever the case may be, and you're afraid to sell your home right now because is there going to be anything to buy, or can I really afford to buy without selling? We have a program that we're affiliated with that will actually help you buy the home as a cash buyer, and also have the assurance that that person's going to help you sell your home within a certain period of time. It takes all the fear and the concern out of it. So again, we go back to what we were just talking about, how important it is who you affiliate yourself with when you're going into the buying or selling process, because you have to be working with somebody who's really looking after your best interest in all aspects of the process.
Right. That's exactly right. And I think on the flip side, one of the great affiliations that we pursued this year was helping folks that are maybe in a renter capacity who are like, I'd love to buy, but I've got this barrier of maybe I'm working on my credit. I'm just not quite there yet, or I don't have quite enough money saved. And so I think we've been fortunate to affiliate with a company that's helping bridge that gap as well. Do you want to share a little bit about that firm?
Well, that's true. What they're doing is they are actually buying the house for you, and you're renting it until you can afford to buy it from them.
Yeah.
But there are certain requirements. They have certain credit requirements. They want to, make sure that within 6 months to a year, you could buy that house from them, because they don't want to own it. They want just to help you buy that home.
And what a great niche to fill for these organizations that have come in this market and recognized some of the barriers that have been created in this shift that we've had over the last couple of years since COVID. But they've come in and they've actually helped consumers get into a position where they can transact. And so that gap that we had about, so if I sell, where can I go? We've been able to help fill that for consumers. And so you guys have had a couple of very successful transactions with that firm. And so I just encourage folks that are listening to reach out and let us help you explore what your options are. It may not be the right time, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Right? But we believe that there are solutions that, if you're properly educated, you can make informed decisions about how you move forward.
Well, and sometimes too, as a seller, because it is a seller's market, you can also say, all right, I may not want to, we'll close on this house, but could I rent back for 30, 60 days until I find the house? And a lot of buyers are willing, they want a home and need a home. They're willing to wait that extra 30 to 60 days for that seller to find a home so they can rent back. And it's a win-win for both parties. So there's a lot of different situations that I think it's on a case-by-case basis.
Absolutely.
But there are
Personalized
options
service.
so that you don't have to fear, where am I going to go? Let's talk about what some of those options are.
I mean, there's no question. We're not going to mince any words. It's a chaotic market.
Yes.
It's not a normal market. But what you want to be able to do is work with a group of people that are looking after your best interests. They're not worried about telling people that they had 15 offers on the home they listed, or they got $30,000 over asking price. We're concerned about making it as smooth a transaction as possible for you as the seller or you as the buyer, and as stress-free as possible with all the support you need. And by the way, when the closing happens, we don't walk away. We're there to help you with any information you need for a plumber or electrician, landscaping. These two over here, more so than me, have so much experience in this industry, and they have all these people that can help you, and that's just a wonderful thing.
One of the things that we're excited about has been educating and working with agents, because you and I were talking a little bit earlier, the importance of having good relationships on the other side of the transaction. And so it's really incumbent upon us as agents to continue to work together, right? To not view each other as competitors, but as colleagues, right? There is business to go around. And so one of the things that we're excited about that's coming up April 28th is an opportunity for agents to gather at the Prosperity Builders Spring event, where we've got speakers coming in that are going to help us dissect ways to succeed in this marketplace. And so, do you want to tell them at all about who we've got coming, or do you want to do a little teaser?
You tell them about your all-star that you've got coming.
Well, you said, you hit on it. We're all working together, but one of the great things about this industry, it is changing all the time. We're learning all the time. And so when we were thinking of putting our spring event together, we were let's think outside of the box. What can we do to really help all of our agents in this, with this event? So we were able to get Zachary Faust, Zachary has 1.2 million TikTok followers. He is a star on Instagram. He is gonna come and share how to brand yourself, but also get into details, what you need to do step by step in making your business successful and in the social media world. Wow. We're competing every day in that industry, and I'm so glad and thankful that Zachary's willing to come in
he has spoken
and share his skills.
He has spoken in front of thousands of people at a time. He's a rock star who really can help make people's business better. And then we also have, we're real excited about this, the people from Keeping Current Matters coming, Kate Rezebeck. And Kate will speak on two major topics: the current market as we're in today at the time in April, and then looking beyond the end of 22, going into 2023, so we can have a roadmap to follow and know where to go with our clients and our business. And then what's the last part of it? We're going to have a panel. And
well, we don't want to spoil all the great surprises that we've got coming up for you. So we're going to encourage you to look out February 28th. We've got links coming out that will allow for registration. And so we hope that agents will, as they did in the fall, will be excited about coming and hearing from industry experts and people who can pour into their business. So, we're excited about that. You can visit our Facebook page, our social media sites, where you'll find those links beginning February 28th. But I'll tell you, I think this video will come out before that, right?
Yes, it will.
So if you'll comment on this video with a yes, please, we'll send you a link in advance so that you can get ahead of that kind of public offering. So we hope you'll attend. We've got a fantastic agenda set up.
I am so pumped. I can't wait just to hear what Zachary has to say. And Keeping Current Matters, they're the ones that bring us all the information so that we can share it to the public.
They're the benchmark of the industry.
And they value our kind of pull in all the resources and information from economists and from all around the country, all around the world.
Yes.
And so they're our source of information. And during COVID, they really helped us pull everyone through because and they were right on. We're here, we're in a different market, but they're going to help share with us where to look.
Yeah, this is going to be a great event.
I'm excited.
All right, will you wrap it up, Scott?
I was going to say, great conversation. We hope you enjoyed just a little bit of a brief snippet from us here at the Prosperity Builder Group. And so thank you again for joining us. We look forward to seeing you on the 28th, but we look forward to having you tune in week over week as we bring you information from community leaders and leaders in the real estate industry as well. So thanks, y'all.
Thank you.
Take care.